move, eh?
Alexander Romero, the present chairwoman of the National Action Women's Committee and Protocol and Brand Experience Officer for the National Action Culture Committee. I would love to take this opportunity to welcome you all to this celebration of the top 40 nominees of the 32nd Top 20 Stars of Gold Calypso of the Year Awards. Let's have a round of applause for all 40 nominees. So we're going to be starting the official and entertainment part of this evening. First, I would like to say a pleasant good evening to His Worship, Alderman Junia Regrello, the Mayor of San Fernando, management and staff of the San Fernando City Corporation, the political leader of the National Joint Action Cultural Committee, Brother Kwasi Mutema, the chairman of the National Action Cultural Committee, Brother Mbao Moheni, PRO of Tuku, Brother Pascal, specially invited guests, and the media. I now ask Brother Dande Aluko to come forward to open us in prayer.
Pleasant night, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. This is Baba Dande from the Orisha tradition. I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to invite the creator of the universe to assist us here and our ancestors. And those great ones, those great Calypsonians too, bring energy among us to celebrate this wonderful afternoon. As I call on the Father who art in heaven. Bambaran Sirimiu Bambaran Sirimi Ayo Jubaluru. They say when they did not know the road to follow, they follow destiny. And here we are tonight. Baba Angelimiu, Baba Angelimi Ayo Jubaluru. I call all on the ancestors. I call out Creator of the universe, known by so many names, to bless us here tonight. Junia Regrello Shirelungu Balawa Tiamberio Balawa Tiamberio. Bless everyone who's here today. And we call on all those great Calypsonians, those who art in heaven, Spoiler, Small Island Pride, Melody, and the spirit of Bigo. These young Calypsonian and soca artists, they came out with real fire this year. We thank your presence and we thank energies of our ancestors and the Creator to be here with us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Luco. We now welcome Councillor Nigam Joseph to bring greetings from the San Fernando City Corporation.
Good evening. His Worship the Mayor, Alderman Junia Regrello, members of the NACC, executive members of the NACC, Calypsonians, media. On behalf of His Worship the Mayor, Alderman Junia Regrello, CEO, Aldermen and councillors of the San Fernando City Corporation, I would like to warmly welcome you as the San Fernando City Corporation and National Action Cultural Committee celebrates the top 40 Calypsonians of 2019. I am Nigam Joseph, the Councillor for Springvale Paradise, the Chairman of Arts and Culture, and the convener of Carnival for the last 3 years in San Fernando. His Worship gave me the title of Convener of Carnival, either because he knew of my love for culture or because he didn't like me at all. He knew the last administration left us in financial debt, but despite all of this, I'm proud to say that under his guidance, Carnival is growing in San Fernando. But today, we celebrate Calypso. And then when His Worship asked me to give the opening address, it automatically took me to when I was a child. My father used to strum his guitar and sing lyrics like, "Where the Lizard, Teacher Mildred." I cannot tell a lie. As a child, I thought my father was Sparrow. But as I welcome you today to the industrial capital, the educational capital, and most importantly, the cultural capital of Trinidad, I am reminded that the story of Calypso cannot be told without the input of South Trinidad. From Roaring Lion to Lord Shorty to Stalin to our more recent artists, Iowa, Super Blue, Marshall, Kess, Brian London, and to our newer generation, Ronaldo London, Rivaldo London, Rondell Donovan, and many more, we San Fernando have a stake to say in Calypso. Some people still ask me what is the importance of Calypso and the Calypsonian. But as I know it, the Calypsonian is the storyteller of Trinidad and Tobago. They keep society informed of what is going on. From sports, I know Gavaskar, the real master. I know the Soca Warriors song. And in politics, I know Federation from Sparrow. In regional matters, Haiti, I'm sorry. Comical, I know Iron Man from Zandoli. And then if you just want to dance, Black Man feeling the party. I remember 2 of my favorite Calypsos came out in the same year. Calypso Music by David Rudder and Burn Them by Black Stalin. And I watched the Marsh Grass show that night with much anticipation. And when Dr. Leroy Callis came out in a red lame dress, his rag over his shoulder and Bolejano, I know it was all over. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to San Fernando, welcome you to this function, and hope you all have an enjoyable time as we celebrate the top 40 Calypsoes. Thank you.
Most definitely. We must look back to know how to move forward. And even though, you know, we start off as young people, we're more accustomed with the soca. I was blessed to be living right next door to some of the older heads coming from Mount Lambert and living next door to the Leons. So we always had that older sense of Calypso. So definitely San Fernando deserves another round of applause for giving us such great Calypsonians. We now ask a Stonewalls in the Calypso field, Brother Steve Pascal, more commonly known as Ras Commander, to bring greetings from Tuco.
A special good evening to one and all. How you doing? Welcome to San Fernando. Nice. First, I would like to offer some salutations, respect due to His Worship the Mayor, Alderman Junia Regrello. I would also like to pay respect to the new political leader of National Joint Action Committee, Brother Kwasi Mutima, as well as the chairman of NACC, Brother Mbao Mohini. You have to be politically correct when you're pronouncing your African names, you know. I also want to take time out to recognize the Calypso monarch of Trinidad and Tobago, young Ronaldo London. And as we go further, I want to recognize a lady I consider a cultural ambassador for life, Honorable Joan Ewell Williams. And a lady who have been protecting us in the city of San Fernando for quite some time, ACP Beverly Lewis. She's right there. Give her a last round of applause. To members of the Calypso fraternity, members of the NJAC fraternity, I see the CEO of San Fernando here, you know, Mr. Singh, you know, Indarjit Singh, thank you. His legal supporter there, as well as all the business community. I see my friend from Puff and Stuff, you know, it's good to be here. Honorable ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the people that we don't see, I believe there are some media people here as well. It is indeed a pleasure for me to bring greetings here on behalf of the Trinbago Unified Calypsonians Organization, TUCO. On behalf of the president of TUCO, Brother Lutalo Masimba, you know him as Brother Resistance, HBM, and the rest of the fraternity. I also see my assistant, PRO, Mr. Devon Seals. I feel I need to give him, he's one of the young men who have been helping me here. And other great stalwarts, people like GB and you know others, you know, enough respect. It's good to see so much of you here this evening. My task is simply to say, you know, we in Tuco always find it supportive to lend support to people like NJAC, NACC. For years we have been recognizing the great work they have been doing with our young people, especially in the junior, the seniors, and all the different type of shows. It is great that this event happening here this evening. You know why? Because NJAC really started the Young Kings in San Fernando in Skinner Park. You know, so to see that they're recognizing the top 40 in San Fernando is also historical, and I want to really salute NACC and NJAC by extension for taking the need. But you know, we cannot forget that this edifice here this evening deserves a lusty round of applause because it was donated, I believe, by His Worship the Mayor and the CEO, so give them a lusty round of applause for that. I want to congratulate the top 40 awardees, if you want to call it that, because, you know, over the years, we have always gotten the top 40 and then the 20. I have been a recipient of the top 40 many times. I maybe get the top 20 about 3 times. But I always felt that something should happen for the top 40 boys. Something should happen for the top 40. To pick the top 40 in thousands of Calypso is not an easy feat. So I want to salute Jack and NACC for seeing the need to give that level of respect to the Calypsonian and the great work that we continue to do. You know, I always believe when I get this platform to ask you people out there, give more support to Calypso. By Calypso, our stories are told. We have 38 radio stations in Trinidad and Tobago, and we can't hear our own voice. That is so unfair to the young and upcoming artists, but I want to applaud the young artists especially for, even though the Calypso don't look like this bright and shining light like the reggae music and the soca, you continue to plug and support Tuko in promoting the voice of your people of Trinidad and Tobago. We will continue. Yeah, feel free to clap, you know, right? I'll give you time. You know, there's nothing that has happened in this nation and in the world where the Calypsonians haven't put voice to it. You know, it pains me, you know, every year. We put out $12 million worth of work without getting a cent. And you hear people say, Tuko begging. We don't beg. For those who don't know, by an act of parliament in 1998, we were given the mandate to manage Calypso in your carnival. We don't beg for anything, simply as well like Panch and Bego. So when you see Tuko making its demands, it's because we were asked to manage by former Prime Minister Basdeo Pandey. We were given the authority to say, listen, you see me, he said, I don't want to part of this carnival thing. You see, all in Tuko, all in Panchinbigo, all you handle all your thing. So when you see the carnival period reach, it's a partnership with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So the next time you hear somebody saying about they're begging again, that is not true. We don't beg. What is rightfully ours, by the act of parliament, we ask for it. So next time you hear somebody bumping the gum and disrespecting your Calypso and your Calypso organization, let them know. So I want to tell you, it's been a pleasure on behalf of Tuko to officially bring greetings to this wonderful and auspicious occasion. Enjoy the evening, and as Blackman said in his song, another one. You know, just now somebody go say, Calypso belong to Jamaica and the pan belongs to Sweden. And one day you go wake up and hold your head and bawl and say, if I did know, if I did only know, I would have hold on to my steel band and Calypso. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Long live Calypso. Long live Calypso. Long live Calypso. By Calypso, our stories are told.
Let's have another round of applause for Mr. Pascal. We are now going to welcome a man who has toiled for many years in his efforts for the recognition of Calypso. We bring the chairman and president of NACC, Brother Mbau Mohini.
Thank you very much, Sister Natifa. To His Worship, the Mayor of San Fernando, Alderman Junia Regrello, the political leader of the National Joint Action Committee, Brother Kwasi Mutima, Councillor Naigam Joseph, the Secretary of Tuko, Brother Steve Pascal, more popularly known as RAS Commander, to all the lovers of the art form, to the artists, special guests, to one of our toilers in the vineyard for many years. Ms. Joan Ewan Williams, former Minister of Culture, and everyone else gathered here, the media, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to each and every one. It is indeed a pleasure for us to be part of this experience here tonight, which is really a night of appreciation, where we appreciate our artists and where we appreciate the top 40 Calypsoes of 2019. To appreciate the artists and the art form, it goes beyond love of our art form. It goes beyond enjoying our art form. We are talking about appreciating the contribution that has been made by our artists over the years. And tonight I'm very pleased to see this collection of past and present monarchs, Young King winners from the various categories of our art form who have been flying the flag over the years. And tonight, we are therefore very appreciative of the fact that the mayor could host the top 40 artists or the top 40 Calypsoes, which in itself is historic. And to host them at the City Corporation Auditorium right here in San Fernando, as Brother Pascal, Brother Commander mentioned a while ago, the Young Kings began at Skinner Park. Right? Kings Go Forth began in San Fernando before it moved to Port of Spain. And we were very pleased to be able to bring the top 40 appreciation reception to San Fernando. Because over the years we know about the top 20. And the top 40 would only have been those 40 Calypsoes which would have been selected and circularized to our panel of 40 adjudicators. This year we said we should do more for the 40. Because when the top 20 Stars of Gold award ceremony began in 1988, it was only 3 years after we had begun to host the Young Kings competition, the National Calypso Queens, our pioneers, our juniors, etc. Between then and now, there has been a fantastic transformation of the art form. Right? When we began in '85, just to get a few competitors was difficult. Today, when we announce auditions, we get over 100 participants. Okay? So it has grown. And making the top 40 today is an achievement worthy of recognition. So this event, we hope, will be an annual one, where every year we could come right here and have our 40 best Calypsos recognized and honored by the office of the Mayor of San Fernando. And His Worship, did not bat an eyelid. He responded spontaneously. A lover of the art himself, someone who has been involved in the art form at different levels. So we are thankful for that. And we are thankful for those like GB, the past, the present, the Young Kings winners, Ronaldo, who is the present monarch and Young King. We have Young Kings like Dwayne O'Connor, as well as Monarch, here tonight. I won't say very much more because we'll be hearing from him before we leave here. But the point about it is that all of us have that responsibility, not just to appreciate the art form, but to celebrate the art form. And if we are going to celebrate the art form, we must celebrate our artists. Right? And we must encourage each other to do so. We must express and live up to that responsibility. So we are talking top 40. But not only are we hosting the top 40 here, but we are also going to be giving them additional recognition on the 28th of December when we host our 32nd annual Top 20 Stars of Gold Award ceremony. In other words, in the past years, awards were given to the top 20. This year, awards will be given to the top 20, but awards will also be given to the additional 20. So that will be our next stop at the Government Campus Plaza on Richmond Street on Saturday, the 28th of December, when we host our 32nd annual Top 20 Stars of Gold Award ceremony. And as I said, for the first time, we will not only be handing out awards to the top 20, we'll be handing out awards to the top 40 on that night. So, I thank all of you for being here tonight to be a part of this historic experience as we honor and we celebrate and we motivate and we call on our artists to continue to cut that road, to cut that pathway towards taking our art form to new dimensions. And I am confident that what we are seeing with our young artists rising to the pinnacle of our art form, it is just a sign of the times to come. We will continue, as we have done for the past 35 years, to take and nurture our artists from our pioneers 5 to 9, right up to our veterans, and continue to do that work, to continue to seek to provide more and more platforms and opportunities for our artists to express their creativity and to develop our art form and to make their contribution to culture and to Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.
I think for 32 years of keeping this award going in hard times and good times, I think we could get a more lusty round of applause. And as the president of NWAC, the National Women's Action Committee, I would love to just acknowledge the queens in the room. Miss Karine Ashe, a former monarch, Miss Ife Allen, a former Calypso queen, Miss Stacy Sobers, also a former Calypso queen. So we don't want to not shine a light on the ladies too. And of course, all the ladies who were nominated in the top 40, who edge out some of the guys, so we want to definitely give them a round of applause. And now that we have recognized the queens, let us move on to the man who, without him, we will not be here this evening. His Worship, Alderman Junia Regrello, who is accompanied by his beautiful wife tonight. So let's have a round of applause for His Worship.
Permit me to recognize the President and Secretaries of the NACC and members of the NACC. Permit me to recognize Mr. Junia Williams, former Minister of Culture, our CEO, Mr. Indarjit Singh, and Mrs. Singh, my wife Kamala, members of the San Fernando community, kings and queens. This is a very special occasion for us, as outlined by most of the speakers so far. This was an easy sell. I got an email one day that they wanted to host this event, and I said, well, why not? And here we are tonight. I would like to just touch on a few things, because not often you get the opportunity to have such a cadre of talented people in the same house at the same time and to provoke some thoughts. So I'd like to share some views with you. Having grown up in the 60s, I would have had an interest in Calypso because I grew up with Kitchener and Sparrow and Terra and Bomber and Cypher and things like that. And Shorty. And then somebody came up with a term that they call soca. And I got confused. And long after, where we are now, 2019, and I'm still confused about this soca thing. Because I thought, and I still hold this view, that Calypso should have continued. Because what they did, they changed a beat and they'd have included some rhythm, but it's still Calypso. Why change Calypso to soca and confuse the whole world? You go to another part of the world and say, well, this is soca. What is soca? Right? So it makes no sense. We could have had groovy Calypso, this Calypso, and that Calypso, and hold on to Calypso. It is so important to us. But somebody, and when you hear the acronym, soca came out of SO for soul and CA for Calypso. So because at the time, this is the truth, at the time they felt that the young people of the late 60s, because of Motown and pop music, was taken over to attract the music. Let's call it soul Calypso. That's what it was. It was soul Calypso, and they shortened it to soca. Nonsense. It is Calypso music. The whole world knows for Calypso from since the days of, drink a rum and a Coca-Cola to Miss Marianne is Calypso, right? And let us keep our Calypso, and we could have extended to country and western music. Never change. They have different types of country and western music, but it is still country and western music. So we confuse everybody with soca. Now, I'm not taking anything from the young people who do the soca thing, because Hello by Kes and this year's Swappy song and Pawanapi and another Batsu, sweet melody, sweet melody, but it's Calypso. We sing in Calypso still. Let's continue singing Calypso. I would like to commend the young persons for what they're doing, but I also have another fear that we have thrown everything into a melting pot and then take it back out. Because sometimes I'm at a loss trying to figure out, what am I hearing? Is this a Calypso? You know, I have no problem with change, because change is inevitable. But we must not lose the essence, the sweetness of the art form. As we are going up the spontaneous thing, the topics, the melody. For Calypso to be successful, you have to have a good melody. You have to have a good voice. You have to have a good topic. And you have to have a good arranger. Those are what it is. And you're good to go. So sometimes you have to lost trying to figure out, well, okay, this is a good voice, but what is he singing about? What's it about? Because when we were growing up, the Calypso really was a reflection of what happened in the society. I remember going to the tents, as we all did, because that's what the place to go, because we know what happened during the year, and they will murder the politicians, and we enjoy that. Now we just whining whole day, whole night, whole week, whole month, whole year. Where is the thought process? Where is the thought process? Where's the art in all of this? How are you what are you composing? Are you going to go sleep in the morning, in night and get up in the morning, Calypso? It's not like that. I have a friend here tonight, right? He was a drummer in Skiffle from years ago. And Brooksy Sharp came to me and said, I have a melody for a song called This Woman is Boss. And I want somebody to put the words to this. I said, my drummer could write. And in 20 minutes, that guy put down Woman is Boss. Calypso Rising was composed in a half an hour, Gregory Ballantyne. Please give him a round of applause. Right? Gregory Ballantyne was a drummer in Skiffle. He wasn't a Calypsonian. He wasn't writing for anybody. He was a Skiffle drummer. And Brooksy came to me and said, I have some music here and I want somebody to write for me. I said, give it to my drummer, he could write. You have to know these stories. You have to understand that we toured all over the world together, Gregory and I want to remind you of some things that Gregory did abroad, right? Misbehave, badly behave, young man, spoiler. But so you have to recognize talent. You cannot want to be a Calypsonian. You must be a Calypsonian. How are you transforming this place in a very creative way? David Rudder sang a song once, The Man with the Hammer. And nowhere in that song did he call Rudolph Charles' name. Nowhere you heard Rudolph Charles' name in that song. That's creativity. He sang about a man with a hammer. You use a thought. You use the imagination. That's what David is singing about. Sparrow provoked everybody. Sparrow is the queen and somebody, queen husband. I can't remember his song. Right? Philip, my dear. Classic. We want more. Where are we getting the classics from? No. Where? We need that. We need to go back to that. So you can attract the people. So you're creating a gap between those of us who are mature and appreciate the Calypso and the young people whining whole day, whole night, whole week, whole month, whole year. Right? It makes no sense. So there is support there for you. So I want to as I get this opportunity to speak to you here tonight, I just want to share my thoughts with you, provoke some of what's going on there. And I want to congratulate the NACC for a tremendous amount of work they have been doing over the years, as outlined by the chairman here tonight. And we are here to support you and encourage these young Calypsonians, because there's tremendous talent in this country, but they need to be guided. And I think Tuco could play a role there in preparing these young men, of course, the NACC. So congratulations, welcome to San Fernando, and please enjoy the rest of the evening.
So in true NACC form, we always have a prize given. We always giving somebody something. We would like to ask His Worship to come back up to the front, please. We'd like to ask His Worship to come back to the front. And on behalf of NACC and all the nominees and all the upcoming Calypsonians, we want to say thank you for giving the honor and recognizing the 14 nominees. So thank you on behalf of NACC. Sister Candace, that way. And another round of applause for His Worship. Thank you so much. So that we're getting into the entertainment part of the evening, we could tap our feet a little bit, clap our hands a little bit, shake a leg like the old time people used to say. I just want to let us take a minute to recognize Miss Joan Yule Williams, who would have been the Minister of Culture and Development previously. I would just like you all to give her a round of applause, as she would have been instrumental in many a year in making sure that these events happen. So now on to our first performance. We have Mr. Dwayne O'Connor. Okay, so whilst Mr. O'Connor is out, we'll be moving on to Malika Ballantyne, a sister of the South from the Southland, Malika Ballantyne, and she will be coming to perform Calypso Rising for us. Put your hands together for Malika Ballantyne. And I must recognize the writer of the Calypso, her father, GB.
Good evening, one and all. We have any Calypsonians in the house tonight? I feel my ears not working. Do we have any Calypsonians in the house tonight? Nice. When the DJ ready for me, I'm ready for the DJ. Volume. Now if you know the song, feel very free to sing, okay? Real simple. I hear a song, I hear a cry. Some say it wrong, I can't see why, no. Here's all I know. It's when I hear it moves me so, till I feel a spirit. But I hear a wise man once says, everything must change. So now it changed. Why they acting straight? Sing it, tell my people. Oh yeah, and let every drop of earth hear when I sing, yeah. Because out of them barrack, Calypso rising, shaking up this old time style and putting on a brand new smile, rising out of the ghetto of the world, Sun Nation, and reaching out for tomorrow in a world of vibration. My Calypso, yeah, headed for stardom real quick, because it is good music. I feel like this song will live on even after I die. Yeah, let's see. This song was made through chains and tears, and yet it remained through all these years. No more voice to please a master. We can rejoice. We've crossed that river, but I hear $100 man say colonialism reduces culture to folklore and become one more time. Tell my brother, take the Calypso music to the mountains, and let every drop of earth hear when I sing. Because out of them barrack yard, Calypso rising, shaking up this old time style and putting on a brand new smile, rising out of the ghetto of the world, Sun Nation,
A round of applause to GB, because without him writing it, she couldn't sing it. So give him a round of applause for that. All right, so we're keeping it moving and we're going right along to Mr. Dwayne O'Connor, previous Young King and Calypso Monarch.
Everyone, Mr. Please, I'd like to talk a little before. Yes. So I want to say thank you to the Mayor of San Fernando for entertaining all 40 plus of us here this evening, and I want to say thank you to the National Action Cultural Committee, because the NACC deserves a massive round of applause for all that they have been doing for over all the years, including this year. It's really wonderful to see the NACC decided to showcase all 40 awardees here this evening. Please put your hands together for the NACC once again. And no other song is fitting more than this particular song at this time. So, go right ahead. Congratulations to all 40, and whoever might make it to the 20. I hope I do. La da di da da da. One of the greatest Calypsonians ever lived. Join me in general. What is Calypso? And all you don't really know. I don't think you know what is really Calypso, because the words you hear me rhyme and sing is only half the thing. I can show you that Calypso is more than a work of art. It is a feeling which comes from deep within. Sometimes a tale of joy, sadness and suffering. It's an editorial in song of the life that we undergo. That and only that I know is true, Caleb. So you must admit, there is nothing quite like it. From West Africa, they brought our forefather, who had to toil like slaves on the fields all day. And while they toil, they chanted their own way of how master treat them bad. And so Calypso began here in Trinidad. It has a rhythm unto itself alone. It has a native of a very own. It's a way of life, a way of love. From centuries ago, our folk art, I know, must be Caleb. Serious blues. Of Calypsonians, there are different opinions. Some say we sing too smutty, but with that I cannot agree. Cause if Calypso is smart, tell me what is this? What was Shakespeare's Venus and Adonis? No one made a fuss, so why try to point your finger at us? I say we sing you things that you self just say. And what I mean is we bring you events of the day. Anybody business, we come right here and we let you know. Our folk art, I know, must be Calypso. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. O'Connor. So we know we're in the Christmas season, and all the different parts of Calypso we can't leave out the soca parang. Now we have Honorable Philman performing If the Money Done. So put your hands together for Honorable Philman.
Pleasant good evening to all special and beautiful people. Now I just here to run some parang, but I'll do one. And it's a reality song. It's called If the Money Done. So when I say if the money done, or when you say what you want me do, let me try that. If the money done, because here what happen? If the money done and I owe in here, how I go handle you? Listen to the story in the parang. Do like our house and run the church.
Money for the Christmas, money, money.
Drop a little.
Money for the Christmas, money, money. Everybody.
Yeah, I'm clearly still, right? Drop the rhythm in the background a little bit.
Christmas, money, money.
Me and T and Tech almost get away because they come to cut my current Christmas day. Never really owe them on time I just pay. But I was forced to give my last 20. That's when I get a call from TSTT. Then inside my mailbox is a letter from Flo telling me that they want the cash also. As I take a shower, here comes the manager. I asked where you from, she said I from Wassa. If the money done, what you want me do? And if the money done, tell me how I go handle you. If the money done, what you want me do? And if the money done, tell me how I go handle you. Boss man is serious, I need my bonus. Remember it's Christmas, Christmas, please don't delay. I need my back pay because I have bills to pay. I need my salary, the money done. What you want me to do? And if the money done, tell me how I go handle you. If the money done, what you want me to do? And if the orange, I did not disagree, but I owing people and people owing me. What really going on with the economy? While it taking forever with my salary. T and Tech threaten my electricity, plus I still balancing them 480. Don't even have a cent to buy my wife a panty. This Christmas look like no ham, no turkey. It's corned beef and rice and some curry body. Thought Santa brought a gift, but he gone with my jersey. Some cricks and some cheese and my bag of bologna. I have to let my brother hear singing Hindi. There's Hindi and parang. Hindi and parang. The reality of the music. The real thing we're singing about, you know. You hear what he may have said, story in music. Nice Calypso. I'm going to Bego, you know. So it goes. No matter where you go, business people say things slow. The same thing going on in Tobago. Some say the recession, but only God knows why so much of people don't pay back when they owe, but give the best excuse when them want to borrow. This Christmas, them can't take me for party show. Tell them I have no money, they playing like they deaf. Like they want me go to the IMF. These times we living in, it's very crucial. Some making money but it's not legal. I want some milk to go now with my cereal, but if the money done, where's it? What you want me to do? And if the money done, tell me how I go handle you. If the money done, what you want me to do? And if the money done, tell me how I go handle you. Boss man, it's serious. I need my bonus. Remember it's Christmas. Loving the house people. Keep the goodness sailing. Keep the goodness sailing and love prevailing.
is Honorable Philman, if the money done. And I'm sure we could understand that Christmas time we have everything we want to get for the house, we want to get the food, the drinks. If the money done, what you gonna do? Right, so now I am going to ask Ms. Ife Allen, who is the PRO for NACC, to come forward and read out the top 40 Calypsoes.
Good evening to everyone. It's really happy to be among fellow artists, cultural legends. I like to call all the various writers, everyone that is here celebrating. It's a very special moment for everyone. And we feel proud as, you know, growing up in the art form and seeing the success and the achievements that our artists have been achieving over the years. So we want to give you the list at this time. Please keep the applause rolling, or the drum rolling, I should say. The Mighty Trini, 101%. Bodyguard, Raja Mohammed, Barefoot. Jarisha Duncan Regis, Big Fat Zero. So I'm calling the name of the artist and the song that they would have, the calypso that they would have portrayed. Banjala, Bring It Back. The Ladies Man, Mark Eastman. Calypso Killer. Sheldon Nugget. Celebrate them. And if the artist is here, you could raise your hand so the crowd will get an appreciation of who you are, yeah? Sexy Susie, The Wrong Name. Maria Bola, False Alarm. Marshall Montano, Bungie Garlin, and Skinny Fabulous, Family. Pharaoh, Darwin Greenwich, Formula. Nival Chatilal and Nishad Matru, Chetlal, sorry. Fire of Change. Farmer Nappy, Hookin' Me. Irfan Alves, I Am. Nyla, Iron Love. Chocolate Allen, Kettle. Karen Ashe, Loco and Broco. Nico Ash, Machine Man. Stacey Sobers Abraham, Make TNT Great Again. Ronaldo London, Man's Imagination. Tamika Darius, Oil Can't Spoil. Swappy, Marvin Davis, Party Start. Lady Watchman, Pressure Does Bust Pipe. Super Blue, Rag Storm. Dwayne O'Connor, Respect. Cass, Savannah Grass. Singing Sonia, Shadow's Message. Karen Eccles, She Still Have to Wait. Tiny, Slipping Away. Nadia Batson, So Long. Aaron Duncan, Thank You. Casey, The Bigger Picture. Warrior Empress, The You in You. Patrice Roberts, This Is the Place. Devon Seal, Two-Face. Miguel Simon, Wakanda Forever. Sheldon Reed, Wilma Trinidad. Kurt Allen, What You Say? Helan Francis, What's Coming Next? All-Rounder, What Are the Footprints? Tigress, Who Feels It, Knows It. And that was our top 40 Calypsonians. Please, please, keep the applause. Yes, congratulations to all.
So that was our top 40, and we look forward to seeing all of them on December the 28th at Government Campus Plaza. We also have greetings from the mighty Trini. Unfortunately, he was not well this evening and could not make it, but just wanted to send love to everyone and special thanks to his worship, the mayor. So we have our last performance for the evening, definitely not least. I asked Mr. Banjala to come forward and give us Banjala. Tis we Christmas. Tis we season. Tis we season.
Good evening, everyone. How you feeling this evening? Nah. How are you feeling this evening? Calypso is alive, right? And Calypso will never die. I did a collaboration with Singing Sandra for 2020, Calypso for 2020, and it's called Tis Me Season. I wrote this song 3 years ago, and I'm going to brace you with this song tonight.
So good about this feeling. Carnival time. We not heed to ancestral calling. When the rhythm hit me, melodies them are rest home. So good does make we let go, make we dance like a shampoo. It does make we limbo, go down low like a Congo. This is season to break away, and today is the right day. Freedom to make we dance, freedom to make we plant, freedom to make we chant. Oh yeah, yeah. Freedom to make we sway, freedom to jingle it, jump and whine and just tell it. This is season to break away. This vibe that we feeling. Can you feel it? When we express with colors and characters you've the rhythm section of shape we, Calypso music that move we, the harmonies of the steel drum does make we power come down. We hype up just like a flambeau. There is something that I must tell you. We are the spirit of Kambule, and today is the right day. Freedom to make we dance, freedom to make we prance, freedom to make we sway. Everything only freedom to make we dance, freedom to make we prance, freedom to make we sway. Why, Oh yeah. Freedom. Oh yeah. Freedom. This is season to break away. Thank you.
So we want to say thank you to all the entertainers, thank you to His Worship and the City Corporation. We want to say thank you to all of you coming out and making the trek down to San Fernando. And I especially want to say to the nominees and all the artists, to always remember that your art is one of the most powerful tools you have. As an artist, you are the voice of the society. And always remember the power you have as an artist. So thank you to everyone, and we invite everyone to please eat, drink, and make merry. To all the nominees, please remember to collect your invitations for the top 20 Stars of Gold at the entrance before you leave. You would like to sing it? Do it? Just now.
In the country, in any country, is art, picture, music, and words. Yes. The most, in any country, they kill people for that. The most dangerous people, they do not right.
Okay, so we love the performances so much that we were able to squeeze out one more from Mr. Dwayne O'Connor. So we have Mr. Dwayne O'Connor closing us off.
Sing 40 like myself. At the 30th of December, I'll be 40. The younger ones, we will teach them how it's done. And what? Let's teach them. Let's teach them, Mr. Regrello. I will be calling on you at some time. Have you ever studied how some young girls get married? They just think of all sorts of things when they want a ring. They just sit down and draft out a plan how to trap a man. Last week I saw Elsie giving she man Alexander this recipe. You know she boiled she petticoat in a panna, and she put in she brassiere half an hour. Man, she sweetened it with honey and she add some red lavender. And in 9 days time she was mistress. If you want me to love you, you got to love me too. Girl, I'm telling you, if you want me to love you, you got to love me too. Girl, I'm telling you, 20 years of loving you, I can't get a kiss. Oh no, darling, what kind of love is? What's the chorus? You're crazy, crazy. Your crazy love is what I'm dreaming. You're haunting me, and my heart seems to plead. Darling, love me, or let me be free. Give old time guys a round of applause now. T-bye, T-bye. Street cries in the city, yes pa, really does amuse me. Street cries in the city, yes pa, really does amuse me. Like sharpening knives and scissors. And pee-wah, 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 lady get your pee-wee-wee-wah. I don't care what nobody say, the Iceman have the best laugh way, and his eyes. Sing the chorus. Sing the song. Eyes, eyes, all kind of eyes. Eyes in your eyes. Eyes. Show it. I say. Suck it. I say. I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it a fact that I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it a fact I leave my whole house and go. The children don't want me no more. Because if black is white and thing, and when I talk to them they start to sing. Mama, look up. They say,
Children talking, shut up your mouth. That is your daddy. Oh no, my daddy can't be ugly, so shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look at boo-boo day. Boo-boo day. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look at boo-boo day.
One more for you. Give the mayor a round of applause now. He ain't done yet. I'm taking a plastic surgery. The people say that I'm ugly. I'm taking a plastic surgery. The people say that I'm ugly. Oh Lord, I sent my son by my neighbor last Sunday to get some butter. I find that the boy was taking too long. The neighbor questioned the boy upside the down boy. How your father ugly so? No, my boy child just tell them no. My father, he have a good voice. And he is my mother's choice. But when I go home, I'm going to tell me, mommy, all you say, me daddy, ugly the creature from the black lagoon is your father. No, I'm going to tell me, mommy, the creature from the black lagoon is your father. From the black lagoon is your father. No, I'm going to tell me, mama, the creature from the black lagoon is your father. I'm going to tell me, mama, the creature. Jonah, yes, ma. You take a big hand. No, ma. One gone, one gone, one gone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Perfect way to end off the evening. Thank you, everyone. Give yourselves a round of applause and enjoy, eat, drink, and make merry. Thank you.
Coming in, we ready to go, yeah. Come make them jump, come make them turn up, come make them wine, come make them free up. This place a bacchanal, in this big botanical, this carnival. I want you to find your way, everybody on stage.
Check 1, 2.
If you're coming down from the mountain, oh God, when we with the beats in town, see me jumping on. You could see it already past red for light. When the people tell you they cannot pray for God, feel the spirit jumping in tongue. We coming home, it's a fire grass, it's a fire grass. We up with the sun, yeah. We take over town, yeah. We make it the most, yeah. Today's not enough, no. It's love we feeling. Look, everybody reveling. They're ready to go, yeah. Go make them jump, go make them turn up, go make them wine, go make them free up. It's this place a bacchanal, with a vibe so magical, this carnival. I want you to find your way, everybody on stage, oh God, if you're coming down from the mountain, oh God, when we with the beats in town, see me jumping on, it's a fire grass, it's a fire grass. You could see
Artists, nominees to come forward. We would like to videotape with the mayor so we can have some shots after.
Clearing my shop with interest, so when I met you, Marshall tell me, hey, that is a trophy. So if you throw away the thing, it go hurt me. No, baby, no.